Yo, so, Bastion, I just got your voicemail, dude. What's up?
Have a seat. You okay? You look really run down.
You have no idea what just happened. Dude, there was a freaking attack, man. Like, 2 girls were freaking getting killed, man. I show up there was a war drone, I'm getting ready to do my thing, then, bam, all the war drones surround me.
Every one of them?
Arc-9, Boltclaw, Cryptor, and Technobot. And get this, there's a new one. Black Riot.
Jeez. No wonder.
Dude, I've never had to deal with this before. Yes, the war drones attack in pairs, but not the whole freaking army, man. I've never had this much trouble with these things. This has been the worst one yet, man.
Well, worry no more, Adam, because I got the cure for what ails ya.
And what's that?
A friend of mine at the Department of Defense came through. I got our dad's old research notes.
Dude, you're kidding me, man.
Nope. Everything we needed to know about the war drones is right in here.
You're kidding me, dude.
Nope. I've only really begun to scratch the surface, but what I have read has led me to one conclusion. Who backed the project in the first place? None other than our old friend, Mr. Cyrus Richter.
Well, it always comes right back to him. I'm gonna bet he freaking took over the whole damn thing himself.
Yeah? Our dads did not like him one bit. Here. Read this entry the dad wrote. They couldn't stand each other from the day they first met.
And I suspect that Cyrus Richter had no good intentions when he financed Project Wardrone. However, the government did not want to lose any money if they had canceled. Cyrus Richter seemed to be an eligible choice. However, I feel his intentions are not for the good at heart. And I fear, oh my God, I fear he has hostile intentions for the use of the war drones. Oh my God, man.
That's not all. This is another entry your dad wrote. There is definitely an aura of menace about that man. It may be prudent to take countermeasures in the event he does intend. It would be prudent to take countermeasures in the event the war drones ever turned hostile. Adam, I think we both know what that countermeasure is.
I don't believe this.
It's Cybertron. In one of these other books, there's constant mention of your dad working on his little side project.
Cybertron.
Yeah, he'd been preparing for it from the very beginning.
I just don't know, man. These things are just robots. There has to be like a weakness, like a master signal, like a virus. These things may be human, act human, but they are still robots. That never changes.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I've been doing a little history on the war drones.
What do you got, man?
Well, there were originally supposed to be 60 of them total, divided into 3 categories: cyborg, robotic, and heavy weapons. Now, here's where things kind of get a little creepy. I guess it just shows how truly insane Richter is. The cyborg war drones at one time were human.
What?
I'm not making this up. You gotta figure that there's a lot of good men and women overseas that end up dead or worse, incapacitated to the point where they can't move at all. they would be vegetables for the rest of their lives. Richter managed to convince the Oversight Committee to release some of these people into his care. And by convincing, I'm pretty sure he meant bribing someone on the committee to look the other way. But when he did that, their brains were surgically removed and put into these robotic shells.
This is sick, man. Dude, you just can't put a person's, like, you know, living brain into a freaking machine and hoping to run it.
Well, in many ways, this makes the cyborgs a precursor to you. Cybertron is the perfect blend of man and machine. But Arcgun and the other cyborgs are much cruder in design.
Jesus God.
And that technology that was used to create the cyborgs' robotic shells later went into creating the fully robotic war drones and the heavy weapons types.
Technobot and Bolt's Claw. Now tell me this, man. Where does Cryptor come into all this?
It's hard to say. It's only a theory, but it's the best I've got so far. I would love to be able to study a war drone intact, but seeing as how they're all outfitted with fail-safes right here, I mean, when you stop them, they either blow up, or in the case of the mutants, turn into green goo. But I think this is what's happening with the mutants. I think they were created purely by Grimoire himself.
How do you figure?
He's trying his hand at genetic engineering, probably using plants and insects. Well, Adam, it's like this. Remember what Cryptor said about how the Wardrones would replace humanity as the dominant species on this planet?
Yeah.
I don't think he was just saying that to play with our heads. According to this, Uncle Tyler destroyed the only known war drone production facility, so they couldn't just crank them out. And since the cyborgs at one time were human, albeit most of that humanity's been stripped away, but that small spark is still there. Knowing Grimoire, he probably is manipulating that for his own purposes. They would have to make the jump from the mechanical to the biological. And this is where things start to get really weird, but at the same time, it's all starting to fit together. All the girls the Wardrones have kidnapped over the years are breeding stock.
What? Dude, no, alright? I don't want to hear any more. There has to be a signal, man. These things have to be shut down. I have stopped 36 of these things, but they just keep on coming. I can't do this myself, man. The army's running out of answers. There has to be something in here about some kind of signal. Something we can use.
I'm not finished yet, Adam. You need to hear all of this. Because if we're going to defeat the Wardrones, we gotta understand how they work, how they operate, how they think. Now I believe that the mutant Wardrones are in fact the inverse of the cyborgs. Instead of organic parts in a robotic shell, they're biological organisms implanted with machinery after the fact. And if the data that Grimoire gains from the mutant Wardrones can lead him to start experimenting with human DNA, creating a new kind of war drone, one that looks human, a human drone, if you will. And when that happens, those girls are going to be made to carry the next generation.
Oh my God. This isn't happening.
I'm afraid it is. But we can't give up. It's like you said. If these things do have an off switch, it's going to be in one of these books.
We have to find it, man.
I know.
We gotta find it, man. There has to be something we haven't found yet.
Our dads wouldn't let us down.
Wait. Oh my god, dude. You said this signal was created in case the Wardrones ever rebelled. Even Grimlord knew that. He wouldn't want the Wardrones to turn on him.
Exactly. Especially if someone like, say, Cryptor got any ideas. All I'd have to do is flip a switch and problem solved.
Well, dude, I got good news for you. It's all right here, dude.
Let me see.
Everything we need is right there. There is a signal. We can shut these things down.
Yes, yes, yes! Okay. It says that when the switch is flipped, all the Wardrones will revert to their default programming. And all we'd have to do is tell them to shut off, and that would be it.
Dude, we're gonna get them. We're gonna freaking shut them down, man.
Although I do see a slight hitch to that problem.
What?
While they do mention the master signal, there's no indication of where it's located. If we don't know where it is, we can't input that signal and shut them off. It could be anywhere in the country, if not the planet. It's a big world.
You know, man, a long time ago, I made a promise to myself. I promised I would find out what happened to my father, and I promised I would stop the Wardrones. And if there really is a signal, I don't care where it is, I don't care if I have to go to every country, that signal is the key to taking out the Wardrones. Sebastian, we have to find that signal.
Then we better get started.
Alright, man, let's go to work.
Damn straight.
And cut.